I'd like to go ahead and introduce our second keynote speaker for the evening. He is a group CEO of Dealclinchers Group Nigeria. Before he takes the stage, kindly direct your attention to the screen for a brief introductory video.
Research shows the world's most successful people thrive in real estate, technology, politics, and influence. Among us today is a man who has not only walked these four paths, but has raised many others to greatness. He is the #1 bishop of real estate in Africa, Dr. Adeyemi Adeniyi. From a humble beginning as a bus conductor and vulcanizer on the streets of Lagos, he rose to become the group managing director of Dealclinchers Homes Limited, a leading provider of luxury homes and affordable lands, developing over 20 estates in Nigeria with almost 2 decades of experience in real estate. He is the chairman of REDA, Ogun State Chapter, and a mentor to various billionaires today. He has broken numerous records and won over 40 awards, including the President Joe Biden Lifetime Leadership Award, State of Georgia Honorary Citizenship Award, and over 40 other awards worldwide. He is a trailblazer, a record breaker, and a man whose impact cannot be ignored. Ladies and gentlemen, brace yourselves, because the man you're about to meet could change the course of your story today. Please welcome Dr. Adeyemi Adeniyi.
Thank you so much for that great honor. I don't take it for granted. I feel so honored to be here. I am a beneficiary of grace, and I want to appreciate the Pan African Youth Foundation for giving me this great honor to be here again this year for this honor that has been done to several millionaires and billionaires sitting in the house who are shaping the culture and the space and every trajectory in Africa. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, I will be standing on the existing protocol laid down by my chairman of the board, Dr. Mata from Namibia. I was really inspired by your speech, and I've gained so much. Thank you for showing us the way to go. I appreciate you so much, man. And I also want to especially appreciate our very own founder and the executive director of the Pan-African Youth Foundation, Dr. Salako Adebowale. Thank you so much. Please help me encourage him. Help me encourage him. He's a very, very shy man. But wherever you are, I know you can hear me. We love you so much. Thank you for allowing God use you to shape the lives of many young people who actually are doing wonderfully well across the nations of the earth. Thank you for allowing God use you to spot many of them out, even though many may be in their hiding places. Congratulations to everyone who is seated here. Also, we have some distinguished guests in our midst, even from Ghana. Thank you so much for coming, Ma. One of the deputy director in the Ghana Small Medium Enterprise. I might not be able to get it well, but I just wanted you to know that you are honored and valued, Ma. Thank you so much for coming. All of our respected leaders, innovators, and most importantly, the unstoppable youths of Africa. I want to say congratulations to every one of you for making it here today. I stand before you today not just to speak about the future of Africa, but to speak about its present force, a force that is vibrant, restless, creative, and undeniably powerful. That force is the African youth. Africa stands at a defining moment in history, not because of its natural resources, but because of its people, particularly the young people. The true wealth of this continent is not buried in the ground. It is alive, it is thinking, and it is full of potential. However, potential alone does not transform economies. The real challenge we face is not the absence of opportunity, but the absence of direction, structure, and intentional execution. Too many young people are waiting when they should be building. Too many are consuming when they should be creating. For Africa to rise economically, there must first be a shift in mindset. For example, we have a course called the Neuro-Linguistics Programming. That is a course or a study of the mind. That is, it made us know that after salvation of mankind, the next best gift that God gave humanity is the power of the mind. And that was why he said, even in the scripture, Genesis 11 and verse 6, please permit me to quote that this one thing they have imagined to do, even I, God, cannot stop them from doing it. So you can create whatever you want with it, win or lose battles with it, and it can manifest physically. Sciences also spoke about the placebo effects, and it means that your mind influences your physical states. Also, the neuroplasticity, which talks about your brain, that it rewires itself based on repeated thoughts and focus. Also in science, we saw the reticular activating system known as RAS. It's a filtering system in your brain that determines what you notice. Meaning, for example, if you are in love with a car that you love to buy, that is the only thing you notice on the streets. That means the youth must transition from job seekers to value creators. Economic development is not driven by wishes. It is driven by solutions. So, wherever problems are solved, then value is created. And wherever value exists, wealth must follow by force. So, entrepreneurship, therefore, becomes a critical tool, not just in starting businesses, but in solving real problems within our communities. For example, Dealclinchers Group today, as a company, started by building luxury houses about 15-20 minutes to the international airports of any nation. And before we knew it, we started seeing most of our clients coming even from the diaspora markets. And it gave us the need to see that many of them don't live abroad, who have homes in Nigeria, bought by us. We saw the need to give them the service of short-let services. So, I will advise many of them to not lock their houses or homes, that we could manage it for them. He gave birth to a new company called the Dealclinchers Short-let Services. And that company has grown to be a $1 million company today. It means that from all the feedbacks you get from your customers, it means the solution for the next breakthrough is hidden inside of it. What about the place of the Divers Cooperative Limited, one of the privileged sponsors of these events? We saw that many people who are multi-billionaires, they already have properties cut across all the nations of the earth, but yet money was still coming in. So it means they had funds that was not being used. So why leave it in the bank where you were not getting enough returns on your investments? Give it to us. We can use it and then give you returns on your investments. And that gave birth to Divers Cooperative Limited. The first month of the business, it did over ₦1 billion in sales. What about DC Farm Estates? This company was born out of, the yearning that we got from people, that we saw a lot of retirees who actually, when they are retired, they go back to their village because they are just waiting for death. So we came up with a solution that they need to be engaged to do something. So, and we saw that many of them who were living in houses that was a story building, many of them had difficulty in climbing the stairs. So we came up with an idea of giving to them a bungalow that has in its compound an entire farm system where they can also farm even at old age. It means that it's a country home. So what that means is this: from the feedbacks we get, we saw the need even to provide solution, and of course, wealth began to follow. All of these happen in the midst of the current economic world meltdown. That is to say, innovation, creativity, and strategic thinking must replace dependency and hesitation. The future belongs to those who can identify gaps and fill them with excellence. Yet, no meaningful growth happens in isolation. Take note that I was a one-time bus conductor in the city of Lagos and a one-time organizer. I'd attempted to commit suicide because I wanted to travel abroad. And I thank God that I was patient enough. Of course, I couldn't have done that alone. Thank God for my mother, who would tell me that it is only patience that can cook a stone and make it edible. I can tell you there is no need to be jumping everywhere. The solution to what you are looking for is not abroad, but it is from above. The future belongs to those who can actually look at those gaps and fill them. So, mentorship and leadership remain essential pillars. That means if you don't have a mentor, you can't escape a tormentor. Identify one in the room today. There's nothing entirely new under the sun. There's nothing you want to do that somebody has not gone ahead of you, even to be doing it. Guidance shortens the journey, and structure sustains success. As I often say, as instructed me by God, if you don't raise people, you will soon be raised. The responsibility to build others is just as important as the desire to succeed. So, beyond ambition, there must be action. African youths must commit to continuous learning, skill acquisition, financial intelligence, and collaboration. Discipline and consistency are what turns visions into reality. So it is not enough to start. One must stay committed long enough to see results. When you talk about the place of discipline, discipline your thoughts, discipline your sleep, discipline your speech so you don't speak away your solution, discipline your appetites, discipline your timing, and discipline your association. Ultimately, the transformation of Africa's economy will not come from outside. It will be built by a generation that is willing to take responsibility, create opportunities, and lead with purpose. Each one of us as business leaders seated here today, watching even from all across the nations of the earth, you will agree with me that even the West has been turning us back home with various policies, telling us indirectly, go and build your own nation. The time to act is now. You are not the leaders of tomorrow. You are the builders of today. And the future of Africa will be shaped by what you choose to do with the opportunity in your hands. 5 practical steps to take home as entrepreneurs. 1, increase your welfare package for the members of your staff of your organization to overcome staffing issues. Give them more opportunities, more exposures, more incentives, growth opportunities to rise and even become shareholders in your own organization. 2, build a strong personal brand. Lifestyle marketing, as I used to call it, must be embraced by every entrepreneur, because people, I say often, will buy into you before they buy into your products. Number 3, be a king in your sector. Stand for something. Don't fall for everything. Let the world know what you are good to go at when they think about your sector. Number 4, carve a niche for yourself. We build within 15 to 20 minutes to the international airport of any nation. And so to that end, even among other colleagues in my sector in Nigeria, when they think of a property close to the airport, the only name that comes to mind is our name, because they know what we stand for. And number 5, develop a relatable name that the world can identify with. Today, they call me the #1 bishop of real estate in Africa, because every name you call for yourself, that is the name the world will know you for. So, what is your name? Let me stop here tonight. In case you need some of my books, I have it at the back of the auditorium. And also, in case you'd like to sign up for my mentorship classes, please, I am here just to provide solution. But as for us as Africans, we must win this battle. Thank you and have a great evening.